Zombieland 2009, Dead Don't Die 2019. I guess that means I gotta wait till 2029 before the next Bill Murray zombie comedy. Damn. The Dead Don't Die is a zom-com by renowned filmmaker Jim Jarmusch, who is one of those names that I hear tossed around in indie film circles, but truthfully, I don't think I've seen a single one of his movies. Let's see. Broken Flowers and Only Lovers Left Alive. Oh yeah, okay. I've been meaning to watch those for a while now. Well, now I have seen one of his films, and clearly his name carries a certain amount of pedigree because he's able to bring a whole bunch of big-name talented celebrities into roles that are minor and sometimes thankless. Bill Murray, Tilda Swinton, Adam Driver, Danny Glover, to name a few, and they all come together in a rather offbeat comedy about a small town where dead people start coming to life. This is a result of polar fracking, something done by big companies that they say has no consequence on the environment, except, surprise, surprise, it somehow brings dead people back to life. You won't get much more explanation than that, but that's probably for the best because I find when zombie movies, funny or serious, try too hard to explain the zombie epidemic, it winds up falling flat. The point is, it's happening. And how do I like it? I actually have mixed feelings, truthfully. On paper, it's just my bag. I'm a big fan of funny zombie movies, especially Shaun of the Dead, so I'm sad to say that this really isn't one of the best. The dialogue is clearly written to be painfully rudimentary. People essentially just say what's happening or exactly what they're thinking, and those flat lines are said with such dry delivery that I wouldn't smoke near it if I were you, lest you start a forest fire. Like, seriously deadpan here, rarely a moment of true urgency. Sometimes it works and leads to lines being oddly hilarious, but it does start to wear thin as the movie progresses. By the end of it, you're begging for Murray and Driver to emote. Though I'll say it is a testament to their acting abilities that they made any of it as compelling as they did for as long as they did. Is there a purpose behind the deadpan? Yeah, actually, I think there is. I'm pretty sure I get the film and what it's trying to say through its left the water on the stove way too long dry delivery. It is a comment on how our society is facing, the actual end of the world, and how we're facing it with more of a sigh than with that sense of urgency that we really ought to have. This movie is very thinly veiled as a zombie comedy. It's an environmental commentary through and through. As much as it puts onus on the mega corporations that happily destroyed the planet under our noses and told us it was fine, it also points the finger to us because we just let them do it under our noses. We continue to consume their excuses and distract ourselves. But we're passive accomplices. Okay, well, I'm starting to stress myself out again. Okay, so yes, the movie. I get the movie, but that doesn't mean I gel with all the creative decisions. I mean, I don't hate it. I even think I liked the movie. I just can't help but be disappointed that it wasn't better. It suffers from some amateurish stuff like characters and story arcs going absolutely nowhere or even dropped altogether, some cop-out character finales that feel cheap and a bit cliche, and a tragic underutilization of Steve Buscemi. Come on, you got Steve Buscemi. At least have him act with somebody. But I don't want you to think that this is a waste of your time necessarily. It's steadily amusing most of the way through, a few very solid jokes, and Tilda Swinton completely steals the show in like all of 4 scenes that she's in. It's worth it if you like the genre, but don't expect the next Shaun of the Dead. It is not that. 3 stars.